start probably after the anthem, I would guess.
Okay, perfect. So we started before the anthem last time, and it was super awkward. So we like. There's a lot of stuff in time. That's what I said. I said, yeah. I think 50 usually. I'd rather the requirements than something done.
Sure. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the Woollett Aquatics Center in Irvine for Day 3 of the USA Water Polo Women's National Team Exhibition Series. Our Women's National Team is hosting a three-country series with our visitors China and the Netherlands. Team USA took down China Friday night in a tough physical battle. China bounced back to defeat Netherlands yesterday with a come-from-behind win with 11 seconds.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Irvine, California, the William Woollett Aquatics Center for Game 2 of the USA Women's National Team 5-game homestand, joined by the two-time Olympic champ, Cammie Craig. Greg Meskel here with you on a beautiful Sunday afternoon for Team USA and China. Cammie, Team USA and China had a pretty good battle this past Friday night in Torrance. I think a lot of people expected the world champs to just keep rolling, but China gave them a good fight.
It'll be interesting to see how the game plays out today. The girls now, Team USA, has had a few more practices together. They had one morning practice, which then led into playing China that night. So now they have 4 practices under their belt, and we'll be seeing China for the second time. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Team USA and head coach Adam Krikorian breaking the huddle as they'll get set to take on Team China. Team China has really ramped up their training. They've spent a lot of time in the U.S. training against college teams, bringing in non-Chinese players to train with their team. Stephania and her sister Joanna Howard-Labidas, the latest to help out Team China in some recent training. And it has led to an improved team. They've got former Australia head coach Greg McFadden in a managerial role, not on the sideline coaching, but in more of an overarching look at the program. And so really making efforts to bring that program along. And they push Team USA and head coach Adam Krikorian's group, who has won almost everything. If you're just checking in on Team USA for the first time in a little while, Cammie, it's hard to put into words the dominance that they've shown as of late. You were part of this run they've been on. They just keep on rolling, winning all the titles in their way.
And it doesn't seem like they're going to slow down anytime soon. The thing about Team USA is not only are they athletic, fit, but they're also incredibly intelligent in regards to the game of water polo and have really great experience at this point. I think we have 7 returners in the water here today. It'd be interesting to watch that experience play out today. Rosters
get juggled for each game throughout this series from Team USA, as they have a larger group of 16 but are dressing 13. Amanda Longin goes in the goal today to start, joined out there by Jordan Rainey, Melissa Seidemann, Rachel Fatal, Paige Hochschild, Maggie Steffens, Jamie Nuschel, Kylie Nuschel, Aria Fisher, Kaylee Gilchrist, Mackenzie Fisher, Elise Williams, and Brigitte Games. So Longin goes in the goal. Fatal, Gilchrist. We've also got Jordan Rainey. It's like Aria Fisher, Mackenzie Fisher. And looking to see our last member of the starting lineup there on the sprint here. That's Kylie Nuschel. And we are underway. The officials in this one, it's Jen McCall and Tiffany Spiritosanto, and we are underway from Irvine, California, as Gilchrist gets things started. This match happening in the midst of a high school tournament here in Orange County, so a nice crowd on hand. It was free admission, so folks that were here could hang out and watch, or if you were just coming to see Team USA, you could do that as well. And early on, we'll see an exclusion here. It'll go against China. Wang Xinyan will be excluded in Team USA. Actually, they're calling a penalty here, pardon me. So a penalty called against China, and Nuschel very quickly will get a chance to put Team USA ahead 1.
Team USA wasting no time with those center entry passes.
And Nuschel puts it away, and they waste no time getting on the board as Kylie Nuschel connects. We talked about Friday night's game. You think back to your playing days as we take a second look at Nuschel putting this one away. When you come off a game that people maybe thought and the team thought you should have won a little bit more handedly, maybe not a blowout, but you should have won a little more comfortably, how does that inspire you going into the next game?
I think really just the feel in the water as a team. How did we feel playing together? How did we feel physically with our bodies and how we were moving? That's what's really inspiring. Maybe not the end result.
And off to a good start here today. So the takeaway now, and a 2-on-1 developing. Fisher, near side, moving in, has Nuschel, puts on the brakes and hits quickly. Team USA ahead 2-0. Aria Fisher cashing in. Textbook 2-on-1 here developing.
Plenty of time there. That's a hard goal to block for a goalie alone there.
And so important on those plays, and I always equate it to basketball. You're on the fast break, you're on the counter, 2-on-1, make that defender, right, make a choice. So in that case, the defender peels off to deal with Kylie, and it leaves Aria point-blank range. Pressure here from Team USA. New rules in play here in this one. We'll get to those in a little bit. They were approved last weekend in China by FINA at their annual gala and conference. And a takeaway here now, Mackenzie Fisher on the move. So the Team USA defense staunch early as Mackenzie Fisher pushes ahead.
Team USA finding their balance, moving the ball around. Both on Friday night, and you can see a little bit of a trend today. Both teams are really working for their centers.
And they worked for Fisher, it was taken away. And so often, you played at 2 meters for so long, right? You're working at it now. Maybe it won't pay off now, but maybe it pays off in the third and fourth quarter, the efforts you're setting up.
Absolutely. So you'll see these girls grinding and grinding and grinding and working for things that aren't quite there yet, right? Team USA, really strong press defense, really spreading China out.
Shot clock to 4 for China. Running out of time, inside water, and bailed out with 1 on the shot clock. An exclusion on Mackenzie Fisher.
This is the risk in playing that strong press defense, is that you spread out China's offense, making it a really long journey to come back and help with that 2-meter defense.
But as you see, if that pass gets through, right, lots of inside water to work with. Now China on the attack. Long considered an excellent shooting team. They'll work in close here on the 6-on-5. Shot clock to 4, almost out of time. The skip, and Longin gets a piece of it. She can't control it, but it'll reset for Team China. And so this is a change now, right? Shot deflected out by Longin. It comes back in, but not a reset to 30, a reset to 20. Sides do come even, so the power play is over, but China stays on offense.
A small change, but definitely a big difference. You'll watch the girls kind of speed up at the end of that clock, not having as much time as they're used to having.
Well, and you don't have, you think of the reset to 30. Already now, look, we're at 8 seconds.
Right.
You've got to be conscious of that clock. Almost out of time again, the lob, and that is off the post and away, off the crossbar, as it were, and Team USA takes control. Kylie Nuschel. Here's Fatal, inside Aria Fisher. Look at the conversion from China, 3 white caps. Nuschel, now Gilchrist. Ordinary called. Also, if you're hearing faint whistles, there are multiple games going on at this facility. Only some are for this game. And another penalty. This time, it's Aria Fisher battling down low. She draws the opportunity. And a chance for Team USA to go up 3-0.
And there's that hard work we talked about in the center position that was paying off. Team USA doing a great job moving the ball quickly around the perimeter and finding those open entries.
Kylie back to work. Hits again. She has 2, both the 5-meter penalty variety, and a 3-0 lead for Team USA with 5:01 to go.
There's always a little extra pressure with a 5-meter shot. Kylie Nuschel here looking calm and cool, putting the ball in the back of the cage not once but twice now for this game. Great opportunity to get those practice 5-meter shots in.
Well, and so many players, the misses stick with them, right? So
yes.
Every time you step up to that 5-meter line, maybe you're thinking a little bit about what didn't go right last time.
Coach Adam Krikorian always did a great job having us practice 5 meters in training and trying to create that pressure for us so that we could feel what that may be like during a game situation.
Yeah, the old, if you make this one, there's going to be no swim set to finish practice.
That's right, exactly.
That's real pressure right there. Nobody wants to swim at the end of practice. Shot clock about to expire again off the bar. And the rebound controlled by Longin. Takes a long look. Oh, she hit Paige Hochschild right in the head, and the sun is a factor. I think as Paige turned for that one, it came down and struck her right in the face, the turnover. The China goalie having to deal with the glare, Lin Pang.
Seeing some great pressure defense here.
Great work by Maggie Steffens. The ordinary, she backed off and then stepped right in to force the turnover.
Players like Maggie Steffens, such great leg strength, able to maintain and kind of use her body positioning.
Seidemans turned away. Nicely done by Lin Pang. That was going to be a beautiful one-timer. Instead, it's out of 2 meters, and a new opportunity now for Team USA as we are past the halfway mark of this first quarter.
Team USA at an advantage here. Already has Team China back in his zone.
Hochschild Brigitte Games has come on. She's inside, a little too hot to handle on that entry, and Lin Peng takes it away. Here comes China. Nong San Feng controlling far side, pressured there closely by Jamie Nuschel. Nice day for Jamie on Friday evening in Torrance. And here's that pressure again from Team USA. Every pass is contested for China.
Again, you're having Team USA having to make a choice of, do I stay pressed out at 6-7 meters, or do I come back and help the 2-meter defender all the way back on 2 meters? It's a long, long trip to go, and it takes some time to get back there.
Well, so much of that, too, is they trust each other, right? So they feel confident pressing out because they trust that 2-meter defender to hold things down.
Absolutely. We saw a little help from Amanda Lung and the goalie
Yep.
come out in the last few possessions prior to this.
Steffens just loses the handle. Shot clock to 7. Seidemann gives a look, puts it inside. Nuschel dunks it home. Oh, and they'll wave that one off. Inside the 2 is the call. So no goal, and then a kick for her troubles there as Jamie Nuschel heads the other way. That was signaled near side. The China bench quickly to their feet to protest, and officials were on it. So wave off the goal. It stays 3-0. Dangerous cross pass here, nobody home, looking to connect with Nong San Feng, but she needed to come a little bit further inside the 2, and now Team USA controls it.
You see Team USA really pushing the counterattack. A lot of speed this afternoon, excuse me.
It all started this morning. They got some work in, and
that's right.
Now the game being played here. Hochschild gives a look. Inside Seidemann. Timer to 5. She'll get some more time. Draws the exclusion, the first power play of the day for Team USA. Exclusion goes on Liu Jiawen. And now Williams can work here along 2 meters. Steffens around the way. Here's Hochschild. Jamie Nuschel didn't get it last time. This time she is well beyond the 2 and buries.
See Team USA here really doing a great job setting each other up, passing around the perimeter. Jamie Nuschel finding her spot in that sweet spot for an easy shot in.
And the defender just late coming on. So much of that, right, is get the ball to where the defense isn't.
Exactly.
And you're going to have opportunities.
You see Melissa Seidemann working there on that 2-post 2 to create a nice opening for Jamie.
And they can't leave her, right? Seidemann is there. They have to respect what she can do. Really forces the defense into some tough decisions. And it's a 4-0 lead. Team USA, #1 team in the world, defending champs of all the events. World Cup, World Championship, World League, Pan Ams, Olympic Games. If they are allowed to enter it, they have won it. Shot clock to 3. Last chance for China. Long and easy center cage control with 1:15 to play here in the first. Last of a 2-game set with China, then Team USA opens a 3-game set with the Netherlands on Tuesday evening out in Claremont. We'll have all those matches coming up for you right here on USA Water Polo TV. Dangerous pass there for Steffens. It's tipped away.
It's a center entry pass to Elise Williams. So you have Melissa Seidemann, Brigitte Games, and Elise Williams. I mean, there's so many options out there for Team USA.
China attacking once more. Shot clock to 7. And a ball under. Steffens forcing the ball under. 35 seconds left first quarter, so a 5-second differential shot and game clock here. And you mentioned the post-up opportunities. That's really one of the things that came from your retirement, right? You were the steady Eddie at 2 meters, and they've had to look for other people that can post up, and it's been Fisher, it's been Games, it's been Melissa.
Which is definitely to this team's advantage. I mean, they're so athletic, they're so quick, they're so mobile. These are great options to have,
sure.
to have players continuously rolling in and looking for that post up.
It's a nice problem to have.
Yeah.
Final moments, first quarter. A strong start for Team USA. It ends right here as China will hang on 4-0 to open things up in this first quarter in Irvine. Kylie Nuschel leads the way with 2 goals, both on penalty tries. We take a timeout and return to Irvine here. Second quarter coming up. You're watching live on USA Water Polo TV. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with splash ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
And we're back here in Irvine. Big news in the water polo world. FINA passing new rules. Now, this is a test series, so you can put these rules into effect immediately, but these will not take effect immediately internationally, but they are coming in 2019, passed at the recent FINA conference, the World Congress for FINA Aquatics. Some key ones, and we've seen it here so far, right? A 20-second reset as opposed to a 30-second shot clock reset. Free throw taken from the location of the ball. If you follow college water polo, you've seen that. Direct shot outside of 6 meters. You'll notice an additional cone beyond 5 meters. That delineates the 6 meters. Penalty awarded for being attacked from behind inside 6 meters. This sounds probably more violent than it is, but basically you're not going to be able to just drag people down on their way to the goal without some consequences. The subbing on the fly, nobody's really gotten the hang of that hockey sub yet. 2 timeouts I love. Let's move this thing along. The goalie can get into the front court, and then of course things about brutality. Cami, any one of these mean more to you than another? Jump out to you and say, whoa, that's changing the game.
I would say, I mean, really, as a player in there, the 20 seconds after a tip.
Yeah.
We talked about that a little bit earlier in the first possession or first quarter, just how quickly you have to be on it. You got to be ready to move through that. 20 seconds goes before you know it. And before you know it, you're looking at 10 seconds and you're counting down from there. So I would say that feel would change the most as a player. But really, all of these rules are looking to make the game a little bit faster.
Sure. The hockey subs intrigues me just because any live time substitution in water polo has always meant lost possession. Right, if you have to sub out and we're on transition, we're pretty much done, right? And unless someone can make something happen from the perimeter, that's a lost possession. Now, you can really kind of time it up perfectly. You don't lose that opportunity on offense. The question remains, A, not every pool in the U.S. and worldwide is designed to do that.
Right.
And B, can the teams get the hang of it and really make it to their advantage? We'll see. Start of the second quarter. Don't forget live stats available via the Fosh. Visit thefosh.net, thefosh.net. You can follow along with all the live stats from right here in Irvine. And then these games also archive after the fact on the Facebook and YouTube pages of USA Water Polo. Exclusion here against Team USA. That's Jordan Rainey going off, and a power play for Team China, their second of the day. Ball near side. A few fakes. Now far side, here's Zhang Kong. Nothing there, top of the perimeter. Exclusion just about up. Cross cage, Longin devours it. Sides come even, so the Team USA defense not just pressing, but now holding China to 0 for 2 on the advantage.
Solid field blocking from Kylie Neuschel and Rachel Fatal, funneling that ball straight to Amanda in cage. Some dangerous position there in 2 meters.
And we see it again. This time an exclusion. And a score. Rainey comes back with the goal. So Team USA wearing out the extra player opportunities now, whether it's penalties or 6-on-5s. They lead 5-0. 4 of their goals are on penalties or power plays.
A great quick center entry pass that led to an ejection. Aria kicks the ball out to Jordan Rainey for that quick shot. Jordan on her legs, steps right in and goes for it.
You were there Friday at the Torrance Aquatic Center. First, beautiful new facility there. Really,
Yes.
really thankful that Torrance was able to host Team USA and Team China. But how different is the vibe around this game as opposed to that game?
You can tell both teams are a little bit more, the energy's a little bit higher, right? It
Sure.
seems like our Team USA is a little bit sharper today. Like I said, they only had one morning practice prior to that game. Before that, they had not been together since their final at the World Cup this past summer.
Yeah.
So a lot of girls coming from different teams, different places in the world, all playing professionally abroad, different collegiate teams. So it just takes a moment to kind of click back into space. I mean, that dynamic and those bonds and everything, it's just kind of have to be reminded and say, hello, we're here. We're here. We're seeing each other again. Let's start playing like us.
That's why Cammie and I have a standing weekly phone call, so we never lose that chemistry, even when we're apart for months at a time.
That's right.
Long try here, and Longan again sees it. So the shots she's stopping, and give her credit, but they're all right in front of her for the most part. Center cage, as you said, they're getting funneled right into her.
Testament to Team USA's defense, keeping China pretty far away from the cage.
Ordinary called there as Team USA resumes. Gilchrist. No look inside dish for Fisher. That draws the exclusion opportunity.
Kaylee Gilchrist really giving a great center entry pass straight to the hand, making Aria Fisher's job easy.
Liu Yi-Wen, the excluded party. Good lob inside, and Aria Fisher on the skip. Make it 6-0 Team USA.
Great pass from Kaylee Gilchrist to Aria. Aria staying up on her legs to a great finish. Between Kylie Neuschel and Kaylee Gilchrist on that side, looking to pass that ball off, those to me are great passers on this team. Obviously capable of doing so much more than that, but I'll tell you what, as a center or as a post player, those are two players that I would love to receive that ball from. They have patience, they have great vision, and they have a way of placing that ball right where you need it at the right time, because timing is so important, so that you have the best opportunity to finish that shot.
You bring up a great point. You look at that, and they make it look so simple, but you know, how many times have you had to drill and to practice to make it look that easy and to have the pass catch right in the hand?
Absolutely. You could be a great passer, you could have strong legs, but if your timing's off or you're not on the same page as your teammate and reading when they want that ball, it doesn't matter. Opportunities missed.
6-0 Team USA, cruising here in this first half. On the attack, it's Mackenzie Fisher now. Aria had been doing the work earlier. Older sister Mackenzie cashes in, and another for Team USA.
Rachel does a great job down here attacking the cage, but keeping her vision wide, hitting Mackenzie Fisher for that shot and an easy throw in.
Mackenzie Fisher, part of a large Stanford contingent on this Team USA roster. Women's water polo season right around the corner. And college players make a big impact on this Team USA roster. Be able to see them come January with their respective colleges.
Team USA not putting to rest that strong press defense.
Inside, Steffens. And she comes up with it. Maggie Steffens with the steal, and now on the attack. She'll give ahead. Elise Williams cruising in. Brigitte Games in close. She draws a crowd. Keeper not going to let her roam free. Shot clock to 9. Chance here for Hochschild. Oh, goes near side. That was filthy. Everyone thinking cross cage, but Page buries it in close.
Team USA getting themselves in a great position, working that side of the pool. Great position by the center, giving Page that time, get a few fakes on cage, and find that little hole near side to put the ball in the back of the cage.
You look at the goalie posture there, and it's almost one that says, I'm going to make sure near side is covered.
Right.
Maybe you'll go cross high, but you're not going to beat me in close. And then Paige somehow finds the little opening there to put that one home, and the goals continue 8-0. Now Team USA.
Testament to Paige's patience there, right? The longer that you hold a ball up in that good threatening position, the more anxious you can get a goalie or a defender, right? Get them off position, leaving those little windows.
Team USA on fire now, 8 for 11 shooting from the field, good for 73%. The coach's dream right there. Williams into Games, double team, surges forward, but the tip away. And then on the way down, an exclusion, and then a timeout called by China. So an exclusion, that will go against Team USA. Jamie Neuschel is excluded, and so China will get their third try on the power play. They have been unsuccessful thus far, 0 for 2.
Team China has always been such a physical and fast team. They're lacking no fitness level.
Sure.
I mean, they're always, for me, I always know it's going to be a long game because I have to be quick, I have to think ahead, I have to make sure I'm not getting wrapped up with Team China. This is a team that's constantly pushing. It's like they are Energizer Bunnies. They never stop. And so I can imagine now, as we're seeing the score in the position that it is, we're going to see a little bit more of a physical, feisty, wrapped-up game as China's trying to fight their way back in.
Want to remind you, more action coming up this week. We'll be in Claremont at the home of Pomona Pitzer on Tuesday evening for a 7:30 p.m. start between Team USA and the Netherlands. Then Thursday evening, Latina Heritage Night in Commerce at the Brenda Villa Aquatic Center. Team USA and the Netherlands, 7 p.m. start. And then close out the 5-game homestand Saturday with Team USA and the Netherlands getting together at 2 p.m. at El Toro High School. On the power play here, that's wide of the cage on the attempt, and make it 0 for 3 for Team China. So great opportunities to see Team USA in action. Tickets on sale now at usawaterpolo.org, or watch them right here. Steffens now gives to Seidemann, wide open. Double team comes, and she'll give back to Steffens as they show patience on offense. Great look inside, but Williams couldn't redirect it. And those are the shots you can look for when you're up 8-0, right? They had 2 clean looks. Seidemann or Steffens could have shot it, but instead they work for Elise going towards the cage. Lob, and Longen there with the left swats that one away. Williams inside. Paige draws a party, and the takeaway. 3 white caps show up. 8-0 Team USA. Great crowd on hand here at the Woollett Aquatics Center to cheer on Team USA, but the United States has jumped out to this big lead. Fans have been able to settle in here and watch some dominance from the world champs.
China slowing it down a bit. Little overpass here to their center. Really difficult pass. We don't see that a lot in the game. It's hard for a center to move that direction to a ball that's coming up over their head.
Sure.
Really making it 50-50, as you could see. Amanda Longen got her hand on that before the center did.
Yeah, Longen, like all the USA goalies, aggressive out of the cage. Does not like to let things develop in front of her if she can help it. Entry back in, Brigitte Games. And then the kick out and the goal, Maggie Steffens. So Games draws the power play. Steffens does the rest. And Team USA in front 9-0 now, 4 for 4 on the advantage.
Watch Maggie Steffens' body here as Brigitte passes the ball in. Immediately she's kicking in before she even receives the ball. She's setting her body up for a great position, shooting position. So when she gets that ball, she can fire it off immediately.
Steffens returning home from her club team in Spain. Cian Sabadell moving over to Spain after playing in Budapest, Hungary last year. And part of a large contingent of Team USA athletes playing in Europe this year. I think it's the most you may have to go back to maybe 07, 08, the last time this many members of this team played abroad. A lot of international experience this year for Team USA.
So much to gain from that as well. Playing abroad, you're able to see other teams, other national team players from different countries, and a lot of repetition, a lot of games. It's just a lot of playing, and that's something that we don't get a lot of on the national team, and we end up just playing each other, which can make a quad a very long one.
Yes, yes, enough practice against each other. Need those games, and that redirect 2 in a row now for the team captain, Maggie Steffens, jams another one in.
We talked about timing and connection, and this is just a great example of that. Elise seeing Maggie's body position still ready for that ball and placing it right where she needs it. And this is something that you develop over years of playing together, understanding kind of almost knowing what move your teammate's going to make before she actually makes it. So that's where that patient comes in, where you're waiting to give that pass off that you know what potentially will be down the road.
All a product of working together, many, many months together in the pool. Just about out of time here in the first half. It's tipped away, a steal. Williams will hang on. That is all for the first half, and a dominant one for Team USA as they have a 10-0 lead over China. After 2 quarters of play, a much different story than Friday evening in Torrance. All Team USA here at the break as we look at some of the halftime stats. Maggie Steffens, Kylie Nuschel, Aria Fisher, all with 2 goals apiece. Amanda Longan pitching a shutout with 5 saves. We take a timeout and return. Third quarter on the way from Irvine. You're watching Team USA and Team China live on USA Water Polo TV. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
And welcome back to Irvine, California, the Woollett Aquatics Center. A 10-0 lead for Team USA over Team China, joined by the 3-time Olympic medalist Cammie Craig. Greg Meskel here with you on really a great Sunday afternoon. You can't beat this. Low 70s here at the Woollett Aquatics Center. Great day for water polo. A lot of high school action going on this weekend here at the facility, and this is a nice little treat for the fans that were here all weekend to see the #1 team in the world, Team USA, take on Team China, and they are doing the job right now, Cammie.
I'll tell you what, playing in front of your home or your country, your home field, if you will, there's no better feeling. It's very rarely we get to play in USA.
Yeah, in a certain year is a tip, and now a goal. Wow, that took a long time as the shot from Aria Fisher danced along the goal line and then finally trickled in. Second look here.
Aria working hard, moving towards the cage, just getting enough on it. Looks like a goal here to me by the angle that we're looking at.
Interesting, though, you usually see goalies panic to race back, and that was a bit of resignation that one was already in. Eventually it was signaled in, and Aria Fisher has another. And an 11-0 lead now for Team USA.
Bit of a scuttle out of 2 meters here.
And that'll be an exclusion. We'll go against Jordan Rainey. Power play for China. They're 0 for 3 on the advantage. Team USA 4 for 4. Looking from the outside, now they'll come near side. Liu Jiwin. Around the way they work it. Shot clock to 6. Back to Liu. Gabby Stone has come on for Team USA in the cage, and she is able to knock that one away off the bar, but a rebound controlled by China. Sides come even.
Team USA giving China very little wiggle room.
Sure. A save again by Stone. So Gabby Stone off the bench here, and the La Jolla native comes in with a couple of quick stops. Pressure from China here on the far side now. Long outside try, that's off the bar on the attempt from Gilchrist. Mackenzie Fisher, long arms, over 6 feet tall, pressuring near side. And nothing available. Look at how open the inside water is. Here's a turn, and Stone gathers right in front. So 3 saves early now for Gabby Stone.
One thing is for certain that Team USA, despite the score, will be pushing to continue to develop what they're looking to develop and reach the goals that they want to reach as a team together here. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is saying at this point. They get not a lot of time together and not a lot of opportunities to play together. So these are just opportunities for them to continue to practice.
You bring up a great point, and I'll go a little further on that in a minute here as China is closing in. Great look near side. Fisher up big on the inside to defend. Shot clock now to 6. And an easy gather for Stone. So often a game like this, 11-0. Let's say this game ends up 20-0. The score will get shared, and someone, I guarantee you, will say, show some mercy. Don't pile up all the goals. And you bring up a great point. Well, first, we'll tell you that maybe it'll end 20-0 as Fisher tries to slide through. But if it's 20, it could have been 30. And the other thing, to your point, they're not working for this game. This result doesn't really matter, right? They're trying to work on the things they want to do when it comes to the Olympic Games or Olympic qualification. And they only get so many games together when this limited training time. They've got to use all 4 quarters. They don't have the luxury of saying, we play 80 games together as a team in a season. We can just hang for the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Absolutely, and I think that was the biggest disappointment of Friday night's game. You know, the score reading how it did, it really came down to what are we doing as a team and
Yeah.
how do we get to where we want to go. And we now have had this one game to kind of work the kinks out, and now we want to show up to the next game and be that much further along in this series that we're playing.
Exclusion. Team USA on the advantage once again. Fisher looking in close, nearly had an opportunity. Zhang Kong excluded. Here's Steffens. Has 2 already. Goes Rainey cross cage. Jordan Rainey drops it in for a 12-0 Team USA lead. Patience again here, Cami, on the extra player.
Absolutely, and it's been so fun to watch Jordan Rainey become comfortable with that ball in her hand, just catching it smoothly and then going for the release. She had a great shot Friday night's game as well. Same type of scenario, really great setup by her teammate and comfortably catching and releasing.
So 12-0 Team USA in command. No game tomorrow, then back at it Tuesday evening in Claremont. Tickets for that match available at usawaterpolo.org. There'll be some likely limited tickets available on the walk-up, and then of course if you're not in the area, you can watch right here on USA Water Polo TV.
Here we are, third quarter with 4 minutes left. The intensity still seems to be building, even though the score is 12-0. And that's a testament to the way that China plays. They do not stop. They are very fast in their speed, and their energy will never give. And that's something that you can always expect from Team China.
And they may finally break the seal here, drawing the penalty as they worked hard inside. Liu Yiwen really battling in close to get that opportunity and going to set things up here for Zhang Danyi. And China is on the board. Zhang Danyi hits for their first penalty shot try, and they make it 12-1. And went low there, far side, to beat Stone. But yeah, they would love to win this game too. You talk about China's efforts, but this is part of their larger plan too to get better. So there'd be no benefit to them by pulling out their starters and not making an effort here over the final quarter and a half. Lob over the top. Williams had a great look, but Shen Yineng turns that one away.
What a great use of momentum. Her defender comes so hard around her, and she just steps back with a few backstrokes. Unfortunately, not able to find the back of the cage.
A lot to balance there. Backstroking, getting away from the defender, waiting for the pass, trying to redirect. Too strong on that pass. Gabby Stone is there. Stone also playing internationally. The Stanford grad. Athletes playing in Spain, Greece, Australia, Hungary. Looking inside for games, that's tipped away.
Also, a few of Team USA members playing together on the same international teams, which is great. I hadn't had the opportunity to do that, but I imagine it to be really fun.
Yeah, you had the chance to play Australia and Greece in your professional career, right? Overseas, anywhere else?
Italy as well.
Italy as well.
Yes.
Excellent. 3 great places to cap up. But to your point, Maggie and Kylie together in Spain. Stefania and Ashley going to be together in Greece. So
along with Jordan Rainey.
Along with Jordan Rainey. Great opportunity there.
Gabby Stone and Brigetta Games in Spain together.
And if you're wondering, well, hey, how are those 3 on the same team together? Usually you can only have 2 American players or, 2 athletes from out of the country, but Stephanie Haralabitis, of course, with the dual citizenship, U.S. and Greece, she's able to count as a local on the team, and then you can add Jordan and Ashley. And that's great development for those 3 as part of this team, but then also with their club team as well. That's going to make some of those European championships very fun when a lot of the Team USA athletes get together on different club teams. Stone aggressive. And under these new rules, Gabby could just keep on trucking, take it down to the offensive end. She'll pull it back, but
Go, Gabby, go. Again, that really tight press defense, creating that too long of a way for our defense to come back and help, and we're seeing a lot of action from our goalies today.
90 seconds to play, third quarter. Steffens has that one field blocked away. Guan Ning. This has been all Team USA, though. A big comeback effort after Friday night. They won on Friday, but it was a battle. They had to gut it out against China, and here they have left no doubt. A 12-1 lead here in the third with now a minute to play. Stone again on the long-range try from Zhang Dunhan, but will stay here. Alcantara on the way down. Hochschild called for that one, so China will get it back with a new shot clock. 53 seconds to play here in the third. Hochschild guarding closely. Plenty of time here for China on the attack with the new shot clock.
China's center just went from Brietta Games to Melissa Seidemann. Those are two big bodies to try to set on, leaving her to not too much success coming out of there.
And now Seidemann to Steffens, tried to go quick lob, and Shen Yineng reading that one the whole way. I imagine Maggie, if she could go back on that one, maybe put the brakes on, give a few fakes, but tried to catch the goalie off balance. 1 second left here, and no shot will be attempted as we've completed 3 quarters. Only 2 goals in that quarter for Team USA, but they continue to remain in control. China getting on the board. It's a 12-1 lead for Team USA. Fourth quarter still to come here from the Woollett Aquatics Center in Irvine. We're back with more after this. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Fourth quarter on the way here in Irvine. Cammie Craig, Greg Meskel here with you. Thanks to everyone tuning in on YouTube and Facebook. Got some club athletes checking in from SoCal Water Polo, Foothill. Shout out to those guys checking in. And we're underway here in the fourth quarter. This one all but decided here for Team USA. Fans, don't forget live stats available at thefosh.net. So we check in on the Fosh stats as of late. It, of course, shows a 12-1 lead for Team USA, but Team USA 5 for 5 on the advantage, 2 for 2 on penalties. That is perfection right there. China 0 for 5 on the power play, 1 for 1 on their penalty tries. Team USA shooting 63%, 12 out of 19. The turn here in close. Shot clock to 4. Power moves, and a penalty is called. Aria Fisher draws another. We'll go against Nong San Fang. That's the strength of Aria Fisher. Just wheeled inside and took her defender for a ride.
Aria Fisher given the gift of time. No one coming back to crash and steal that ball away from her.
Off the post and off the mark. Gilchrist can't hit on the penalty.
Those are tough far outs. I mean, those are just inches that could go from a really pretty crowd pleaser to, oh man, not quite.
Offensive, and here comes Gilchrist. Full head of steam, looking for reinforcements, goes across the way. Steffens pushes inside. A double team arrives, and a steal. And there's actually Kylie Nuschel working towards the goal. Same result, though, for China as they take it away.
It's funny that you mix them up. Even as their teammates, their bodies move so similarly
right.
through the water. Between Kylie Nuschel, Maggie Steffens, and Rachel Fatal, I could get those mixed up depending on the movements that they're making and how much water's in my eyes.
A lot of similarities. Here's Aria Fisher drawing a crowd. Ordinary is the call off the ball. Offensive in close there, Mackenzie Fisher. The Team USA defense has China pushed to about 4 meters and beyond. They'll get no closer. As an offensive foul is the call.
I believe this is our third offensive foul call in this quarter. It can be kind of disruptive for flow.
Seriously.
But here we are.
Steffens into Nuschel, exclusion called. Another opportunity on the advantage. The 6th of the day. Here's Fisher, the lob inside. Goes to Aria Fisher. Tried to take her down from behind. Aria Fisher shrugged him off and drilled it.
Great vision, sister-to-sister pass here. Little tug in the back of the cap. Still is able to maintain, be patient, and find the back of the cage.
Now 13-1. Aria Fisher, a game-high 4 goals. A nice day for the Stanford Cardinal and Laguna Beach High School grad. Nobody home there on that pass into the corner, and Kylie Nuschel very close to a steal. A little more than 5.5 to play, fourth quarter. Shot clock to 4 for China. A long way from home here with 1 on the timer. They'll have to dump it aside.
Again, Greg, there's no dip in intensity.
No.
In fact, China's going to go down swinging. I mean, the intensity is only building, as you can see, both Team China and Team USA really going at it.
Steffens aggressively moving past defenders there. Nuschel tipped away. Actually, they'll say it's just off the mark, out of play, no goalie hand on that one. You touched on the familiarity, right? Getting back in the flow after time apart. Was it just simply that? Has that been the biggest takeaway from the difference between Friday night to tonight, or are you seeing some tangible things Team USA is doing better today?
I think getting back together, getting back into the flow of things. I mean, going from one practice and then having 4 practices under their belt just allows them to be a little bit sharper and a little bit cleaner, settling in, you know, and kind of really being clear on what their goals are leading into this game. Another thing to keep in mind, these girls, you know, not only are they taking advantage of the opportunity of playing games together, but they're all still competing for a position on a team. I think that's something that can be overlooked, but when you're on the national team, you're constantly trying out. You are never comfortable in your position.
The 11-person roster conversation has come up a bit. We know fans have asked about that as well. We know it's a certainty for the Olympic Games, and so that is a big factor. You're talking about going from 13 to 11 to, in all likelihood, field players that are going to be missing from previous Olympic rosters, and that only heightens the scrutiny on who will make the team, who can prove themselves valuable, and you know it's added the pressure to these athletes. I mean, if you were in the mix, right, how much more, I don't know if you want to say nervous, but how much more anxious would you be about trying to make that team?
Absolutely. I think nerves and anxiousness is the appropriate words to use when describing trying to make a national team roster. Definitely going down to 11 players makes the stakes a little bit higher. And when you're looking at a roster like Team USA, I mean, the depth that they have, the talent they have, the fitness level, the athleticism, I mean, the list goes on. They could probably send 11 player teams, right? A roster's full of 11 from Team USA based off of the group of young women that we have here. So it's going to be incredibly challenging for those coaches to have to pick down to 11.
Yeah, and a lot of talk about, well, how do you assemble that roster? Do you try and get some people towards the end of that group that are just highly versatile, the ones that can defend, post up, do it all, the ultimate utilities, because you find yourselves in more of a pinch if you get into foul trouble, things like that. So it's a lot of things to think about that not just Team USA, but all these coaches have to consider. How are they developing these rosters, and who will be the best fit? Because Team USA wasn't a team that ever had a roster where, like, say, the 12th or 13th player wasn't that good.
Right.
You know, other countries maybe sometimes have had to hide a person on the roster. There's nowhere to hide with 11 people in water polo.
Right. And then you think about just kind of what this...
Nicely done, Brigitte Games. Spinning to the cage and hitting.
Had to pause on that thought as we watched Brigitte Games doing some great work here in 2-meter position. Great center entry pass, snap to the ball, roll out for a great layout. Back to the thought of what this game really demands of their...
Lovely lob there. And China gets their second of the day. Second look here. This is right around 6 meters, make it 5 on the way in. That was Liu Yi Wen on the lob try. You may have just heard the PA announcer mention it, but that was a good example of one of the new rules. Foul outside 6, you can still go. You recall that the foul outside 5 became very, very popular to take that and go with it. And now it's pushed back a meter. Seidemann, ricochet off the cage. Final couple of minutes in this one, a dominant effort from start to finish for Team USA, ahead 14-2 over China with 2:20 to play. Don't forget to join us Tuesday evening at Haldeman Pool in Claremont, 7:30 p.m. start for Team USA and the Netherlands, start of a 3-game series between those two teams. Tickets available at usawaterpolo.org, or you can watch live right here on USA Water Polo TV. Shot there from Team USA was off the post, but then China gives it away. Elise Williams. Here's Paige Hochschild. That one's off the cage. Rebound controlled by China. I want to give a shout out to more of our fans checking in on Facebook from Durham, England, Cincinnati, Ohio, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Great audience here from all over joining us here on a Sunday afternoon in Southern California.
Team USA still with a great press defense as they're finishing out this final quarter.
And coach is so often talking about finishing games, right? Nothing would drive that staff crazier than to just bail on the press and kind of ease up with 90 seconds left.
Right. There's when you ease up, there's a different feel to the game. You know, you lose that control. We've seen our last few shots here, though, just far out.
Just can't buy one lately.
Yeah. And that could be, you know, maybe lack of focus as it's 14-2, or fatigue, or what have you, or just not having that patience that they had a little bit earlier in the game.
On the other end now, likely last chance on offense here for China. Stone gets a piece of that, and Team USA now can take the rest of the time off the clock in this one with 20 seconds left and the shot clock turned off. What an effort for Team USA in this one, coming back strong after a close win Friday night. They leave no doubt in defeating China in this one. Just a few seconds left here. And no more goals to be had, no more goals needed. Team USA wins it 14-2. Their second straight over China. This time at the Woollett Aquatics Center in Irvine, California. Aria Fisher does the job with 4 goals. She draws 3 exclusions. Jordan Rainey, Maggie Steffens, and Kylie Nuschel scored 2 goals as well. Amanda Longin and Gabby Stone combined for 10 saves in net to turn away this China squad. Offense, it wasn't there for Team China today. Liu Yiwen and Zhang Danyi, the only goal scorers. Lin Peng and Shen Yaneng splitting time in cage, 4 saves combined. Efficiency is where you really have to point to for Team USA. Yes, they failed to make some shots late, but overall they shoot over 50%. They go 6 for 6 on power plays, 2 for 3 on the penalty. You add in that cameo with the defense, that's a winning recipe.
Absolutely, and 6 for 6 on power plays. That's, I mean, that's a dream situation there for Team USA today. Different vibe, different energy. The girls were a little bit more focused and ready to jump in the water and play today here against Team China, and you're seeing a different team than you saw on Friday night, and hopefully for Team USA that's just a momentum that they continue to build. It'll be interesting to see how the matchup against them and Team USA and Team Netherlands goes, as they have to, you know, potentially change their mindset and their game plan.
You bring up a great point as we close things out, but on the way now, 3 more games coming up. The Netherlands has proven to be one of their great rivals the last couple of years, meeting in World Championships and other events. How challenging is that group? And I imagine it'll require some of the same defensive intensity.
Yes, definitely. And you think about a team like Team Netherlands, they're big, they're very long, they're strong, and you know, they have some great water polo experience, and they're smart in the way that they play. And so, you know, every team has their own challenges and certain people you have to look out for, and it just becomes a different flow of the game. So I think for them it won't be a challenge, but just a different game and a different look. It'll be exciting to see how they attack them.
So we'll start the 3-game series with the Netherlands Tuesday evening in Claremont, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, right here on USA Water Polo TV. Make sure you come back and join us for that one. Here today, your final: Team USA 14, China 2. That'll do it for us here in Irvine. Thanks so much for joining us. For our entire broadcast crew, my partner Cammie Craig, Greg Meskel signing off, saying we'll see you Tuesday night in Claremont for more USA Water Polo action. Have a great afternoon.